Let's talk extreme productivity. If you want to discover the exact strategies and hacks and tips that I have for extreme productivity, well, stay tuned because that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing. Welcome back. I'm Obasa, the founder of the Lucrative Lady and the Lucrative Business Academy. I want to talk productivity today because it's one of those questions that I keep getting asked from my members inside of the Lucrative Business Academy, and of course just from social media. People always seem to want to find out, Pam, how is it that you have very young children? So I have two boys right now, aged 5 and aged 3. So I have very young children. I work for myself full time. I still do school runs like everybody else. Plus, I'm constantly churning out content, recording videos, sharing out videos, doing a ton of stuff, and of course, building money, making offers, all of those things. Pam, how are you able to do that? Well, here is the thing. One of the biggest things that I want you to know about productivity is that if you want to be productive, you've got to take it to the extreme, right? Productivity is one of those things that you can't just be half-hearted about, right? You have to take it so seriously that you become extreme about it. And by extreme, I'm talking about being extreme, about guarding your time, guarding your mind, guarding your surroundings, and making sure that you have a few things in place that I'm going to be sharing with you, right? The first thing when it comes to productivity that I want you to think about is I want you to think, what is the outcome for what I want? Right? So you are going to create some content, or you are going to do some sort of promotion, or you are going to, sit down and work on a specific area of your business. The first thing you're thinking is, what is the outcome? What can I do in the shortest amount of time that will yield the biggest outcome? So short time, big outcome. That's what you are thinking about, right? If it takes a long time and it has very little outcome, then that is something that you want to consider outsourcing to somebody else. You want to consider sending it to a VA, a virtual assistant, sending it to another member of your team. They have got to do those things. As a business owner, you have got to get really comfortable with working and running as the CEO of your business. And that means that you are only doing the things that only you can do. For everything else, you have got to outsource that to other members of your team. So when it comes to extreme productivity, you've got to really, really be careful what you actually decide to focus on in your business. So does it yield a big outcome, and does it take a short amount of time? So that's the first step. The second thing you want to think about is, now, if you know that it is a big outcome for you, you now want to break down the outcome into smaller steps, right? I can't tell you how many people go, I'm going to create a course, and boom, today I'm going to create a course. No, it doesn't work that way. If you are going to create a course, first you've got to find out what is your course going to be about. Then you've got to validate your idea. Then you've got to make sure people are willing to pay for this idea. Then you've actually got to start planning the content. What is the type of content that you've got to put it out there? What are the mediums that you will put it out? Is it going to be video? Is it audio? Is it a workbook? Who is going to record this? Who is going to create the slides? What will the branding look like? Where will you hold the course? Will it be on this platform or on this platform? And of course, how will it be promoted? Can you see all of those steps? Right? This is where a lot of people fail. They forget that every step you take leads you to your big outcome. So you take that big outcome, it's a big chunk, you break it down, you slice it up like an orange into smaller steps. Now the third thing you want to do with those steps is you want to look at each step and give each step a specific set of time, right? So for step 1, is it going to take you 20 minutes? Step 2, is it going to take you 30 minutes? And so on. So now that you know exactly what are these steps going to be and how long those steps are going to take you, then you have got to, in step 4, you have got to shut down all distractions, right? Shut down all distractions. One of the biggest things that I'm known for by my friends is sometimes you could be phoning me and you just won't be able to reach me. And I say to my friends, I'm very honest with friends and family, and I say, look, you're calling me at a time when I cannot speak to you. I think a lot of people take it for granted when they see people like us who work from home. If you have the luxury of working from home, of course, or when you're in private office, people think, you know, they can just call you anytime. But very soon, these 1-minute conversations turn into an hour conversation, and soon you are counseling and sorting somebody's problem, and all of those things are good, but there is a time for that, right? So you have got to guard your time and let everybody know that, look, if I don't answer, it means this is happening. You can just send me a message, which I will read later on, and based on the content of those messages, I will decide when I get back to you. Okay, you've got to be okay with doing that. So that is hack number 4, and that is be really precious about your time and just protect it. That's the main thing that you want to do. So once you have eliminated all distractions, you've protected that time, you now want to number 5, and that is stick to your guns, right? Never give yourself an open-ended amount of time to achieve anything. Once you have said to yourself, I'm going to write this sales copy, and you have determined this sales copy will take me about 3 hours to create, then you want to stick to your guns. And if 3 hours are done, you want to make sure you have mapped it out, whatever it takes. You have got to be comfortable with saying, look, this is where I draw the line. I'm not going to keep going back and tweaking and going back and tweaking, and this 3-hour task now taking 3 days, and then it's 30 days and you still haven't launched this offer, right? You now want to be able to say, do you know what, I've done some work, I'm actually going to launch this, and then I will start tweaking. That's exactly how I run my business, right? I think about an offer, I work on whatever it is needed to be done. I don't go back and edit stuff and rework stuff and rewrite stuff. Nope, I send it out there, and then as it's out there, as I'm getting communication from my audience, i.e. they are buying a lot or they're not buying, I start to make some changes and I start to tweak. But because I've already launched, because I have put out there whatever it is that I was working on, guess what? It gives me confidence to keep going. It motivates me. You know those happy hormones, right? They start to rush through my brain and I feel excited, and I have the motivation to go the extra mile and actually start to optimize what I have created. Now, a lot of people go into optimization mode and they start to optimize when they haven't even set the thing free, right? You haven't even set that basket to sale, right? Why did I just say basket? I'm thinking about Moses in the basket. You've got to ignore me on that one. Right? They haven't even set the thing to sale, and they are already worrying about how it might or might not convert. Well, you are not the one to decide that. Your audience are. So for extreme productivity, you have got to let go of any hang-ups you have about your own stuff and just set that thing free and get it out there, and then you can come back to optimize. Okay, so let me know in the comments what was your best tip. I hope that this was transformational for you, or that at least you got something that you are going to be running with. Let me know what that thing is in the comments. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Come and check us out on Instagram at Obasa or at The Lucrative Lady. Come over there and hang out with us. Take a look at the stories, because I share with you a lot of amazing things that are happening inside of the business and inside of our clients' lives, and all of those things to help you grow your business further. So come and check us out there. And last but not least, if you love this and you're thinking, Pam, I love being productive, but what are some things that I can use for productivity that will help me, so I'm not spending time creating content or anything like that suck away my time, then take a look at the link below, because for the next 365 days, for the next entire year, we have some done for you content, because we know that content creation is a productivity sucker. It sucks your productivity, so we have done the work for you, so that that's one less thing you have to spend time doing. And these are posts that are proven, they are tested, and they do an awesome job when it comes to building a brand and selling. So check that out below, and of course come back, watch other videos and all of that good stuff. So comment below, let me know what is your big takeaway. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Productivity sucker. Well, why did I just say basket? I'm thinking about Moses in the basket. You've got to ignore me on that one. Extreme productivity.